A top locksmith spent his whole life making a top-tier safe, but he turned around and locked himself in it, then threw the safe into the deep sea. He studied his whole life, hoping someone would open this masterpiece of his. But the genius who could open it wasn't born until 100 years later. However, this guy could crack a bank safe's code in just 8 seconds. His tutorial videos online got no attention, so Hans had to keep living his boring life as a construction worker. Until this day, an email disrupted the peace. The sender actually knew where the legendary locksmith safe was and even invited him to the annual lockpicking competition. Opening the legendary safe was Hans' dream, so he didn't hesitate and left right away. It was Hans' first time seeing such a big scene. He stood there stunned while other contestants had already started solving the problem, and he watched the competition with a confused look. Finally, he got his nerves together and was ready to show his skills, but some contestants had already opened their safes. Every second counted, and the situation at the competition changed in a flash. Before he knew it, only one spot left for advancement. Even though Hans was 3 minutes behind, he still barely made it to the second round by finishing 4th. Soon, Hans got used to the competition's rhythm, but he didn't expect the organizers to up the difficulty in the second round. They even put a music box inside the safe, which really messed up the contestants' judgment of the safe. Hans didn't dare to slack off. With his years of lockpicking experience, he opened the safe in no time, but another contestant had already opened theirs before him. It turned out this person was the underground lockpicking champion who'd won 8 years in a row, and the two made it to the final. No one at the scene thought Hans stood a chance. They all thought this new kid couldn't be the champion of this year's competition. The final started. The long-haired guy, who moved first, pressed his ear against the safe, but the organizers had put sponge inside the safe for this round, making the already quiet sound of the lock's parts even harder to hear. So the long-haired guy cheated. He took out a tech tool that could amplify sound 800 times, stuck it on the lock, and lowered the competition's difficulty by amplifying the sound. But this didn't stop Hans. The guy just touched the mechanical lock lightly and immediately felt the complex structure inside it. Both the way the lock worked and the logical formulas behind it broke down in his mind in an instant, and all this was thanks to his magic hand. Hans even had time to chat with the long-haired guy, but the guy just told him to shut up. With only 30 seconds left, the audience thought Hans would give up, but he slowly pressed his ear to the safe door, cleverly using the noise from the audience to feel the vibration inside the lock, and in just a few moves, he turned the gears to the right position. When the safe door opened, a new lock-picking champion was born. Hans looked relaxed and said this was no big deal. The long-haired guy got mad right away and thought, "This kid is so arrogant, I want to take him down." The organizers took the chance to kick the long-haired guy out.